Okay, this is the last high luxury
Right.
$1,000 meal that we're gonna watch.
This is a 50-course, 7-hour-long meal.
What the fuck? Bro, I feel like at that point is 7 hours long. It's a job, dude. That becomes a burden, right? Like, there's no way that like that level of gastronomy is anything but like a burden.
And it's really weird.
What?
I got the chance to visit the weirdest restaurant in the world. I'm talking about Alchemist in Copenhagen. Reservations sell out in under 3 seconds, and it's one of the best restaurants in the world, but I can't even really call it dinner. I mean, when's the last time you did this during dinner? It's crazy that I got to experience this, but dinner will set you back almost $1,000. So I really just want to answer 2 questions today. What makes this the weirdest restaurant in the world?
Hasanabi clearly not supporting or watching his best friend's YouTube lol. What? Watched on Will's channel? Fuck it, dude. Let's not watch it then. My bad, bro. Will watched it. All right, fuck it. YOLO. Let's move on. That chatter's already watched it, dude. Sorry, guys. I'm afraid we're not going to be able to do that because that one 22-month subscriber decided, you know, he's already seen it. He already watched it with Will. You know, XQC already beat this game. Will already watched it. You know, Forsen reacted to it already by not saying anything, but just going, huh, in the corner. Fuck it, YOLO. You know, valid. Or maybe fuck yourself, and we're going to watch it now.
And is it
Bottom
worth it?
Schlepp, thank you for the 5, get the
starts
subs.
from the moment you walk in. These massive doors that slowly open to a black void. You're told to go into a pitch black room where all of a sudden...
This is too much. This is too much. This is too much. This is too much.
Copenhagen Philharmonic.
Immediately too much, okay? Like, $1,000 is too much. 7 hours is too much. All of this is too much. I'm in it for food experiences, and I fucking love food experiences. I think it's one of the most incredible things you can do, okay? But, like, at a certain point, it just goes beyond. It's too gimmicky at this point, right? Like, this is for individuals that... What? Chatter was right? What? $1,000 is not too much, but 7 hours is insane. Yeah, I mean, $1,000 for one person is a lot. I think it's too much, but price-wise. But also, again, it's just like every part of this is like insane. I feel like there's decadence, and then there is like, I don't know. This goes way beyond decadence. He hasn't seen the movie. I have not seen the movie.
Harmonic greets you with a Danish folk song. It was actually a little bit scary. But then the doors open and you're in their lounge with their massive wine towers and interactive drink menus waiting for the meal to begin. There were already some...
Yeah, like, not to hate on anybody, but like gastronomy and like anytime I think of like you know, what is it? Anytime I think of like people doing cutting edge gastronomy shit or whatever. Am I saying that right? I always think about Fat Duck and how it poisoned a bunch of people in England. Because it's just like food's pretty awesome. Okay? Food's great. I love food. It's awesome. Okay? But I feel like maybe we're teetering on the edge of like fucking it up a little bit by doing too much work on it. You know what I mean? Fat Duck is a version of what you're experiencing here at the Alchemist, but in England, I feel like it focuses too much on a gimmick and not necessarily enough on the food and the taste of the food. Even though I do feel as though food is an experience that that you need all of your senses for. So you can definitely highlight, or you can definitely increase. You can elevate your experience. You can elevate your experience. That's why I was talking about like the restaurant I went to last night, where there certainly was a lot of components that I didn't appreciate, like how loud the music was and all this shit. You know what I mean? I feel like that can fuck up your experience a little bit, but I think they go basically above and beyond when you do gimmicky shit like this. Seafoam that a child laughed at. What? What the fuck is this?
Ridiculous moments even before we got the food.
Are we supposed to put a ceiling on expression? No. And I'm not even putting a ceiling on expression. I'm certainly I'm just simply stating that you can go above and beyond and then come across like gimmicky. And instead of making it highlight, why are people so mad? Yes, I did not watch the menu. Please stop yelling at me. I don't know. We'll see. Let's just keep going.
But for this meal, I decided to let go of all expectations of what this meal could be so I could really experience everything that they had to offer. And then the food started coming out. And already I was shocked. A daisy with a center that explodes in your mouth. A drink made with rabbit ears. The thing about this restaurant is usually I can imagine what a dish looks like. But when you tell me that this is a dumpling and the texture of the outside is almost like cotton candy, my brain just can't process it. This is bread made from vegetable leftovers.
This is what I mean. Food science gone wrong. Exactly. It's like, woo, look how wacky it is. It looks like something, but it's absolutely the opposite of what you expected. It's like, this is like the elitist version of like, look at that. Did you think that was a knife? Just kidding. Here's a real knife. I'm going to cut through that knife. It's actually a cake. Like that is basically the elite version of that. This is the intellectuals, like everything's a cake and you can cut it. Okay. Lol. Did you think that this was actually a fucking dumpling? Guess what? It's cotton candy. Ugh. I just want something that tastes good. You know what I mean? And I'm sure this probably does. But molecular gastronomy is really cool as a way to make a dish stand out. But a 50-course meal of it is an insane gimmick. Yeah. Every time I go to a bar and they have drinks with a cloche and smoke, I know it's going to be $45. No, the smoke, the dry ice is a different version of this. That is for balling on a budget, okay? That's for when you want to... That's for Instagram. When you go to a restaurant and they have so much dry ice, they put the dry ice in the whiskey. They put the dry ice in the fucking apps that they're bringing in. Know that restaurant doesn't give a fuck about serving you an experience that is going to be delicious and decadent. They care about you Instagramming it so that, 10 other people will see that and want to go there, okay? But this is not like that. This is a step beyond that. It's a different kind of gimmick. That restaurant is for, that restaurant is the equivalent of Andrew Tate living in Romania to do crimes because he can't do crimes in America on a budget, okay? Catch LA comes to mind immediately. This is the actual Jeffrey Epstein version to Andrew Tate's version of doing sex trafficking.
That they collaborated with SpaceX and NASA on. Like, what?
So, the next impression is our attempt to making the perfect omelet. So what we have here is a very thin skin that's made of eggs. We fill it up with a soft scramble from the eggs themselves with a bit of Comté cheese. And on top we put pancetta and truffle butter.
Their bikini sandwich from Spain was transformed into a mochi ball of cheese and
Iberian looks incredible.
Goodness.
That is the first thing that I've seen. That and the eggs look fire, to be fair.
Oh my god. I have never had a meal like this, and going in, I felt a little intimidated. I mean, the giant doors, the pitch black room with a violinist, the space food, who wouldn't feel intimidated? But then as the dishes started coming, I was kind of just having fun. I felt like a kid in a toy store getting to play with all of these different dishes. And then we were whisked away from the lounge into their main dining room, and I mean, just look at it. You walk in and there's this giant dome with beautiful visuals on it that move and change. The waitstaff is serving guests in their simple yet elegant gray outfits, and everything is so precise and orderly. Honestly, if you told me that this was part of some dystopian novel or movie, I would have fully believed you. And it's funny because the first dish that we were served here was called 1984.
And there's a very famous line from the book also saying the Big
Oh
Brother is
my
watching you.
god,
So
bro,
tonight
this
you're
is
watching-
liberalism, the experience, dude. SpaceX soy, 1984 soy. Oh my fucking god, dude, stop. This is like, oh, does it get worse than this? What the fuck? Oh, this is so wackadoo.
You with this eye. We are serving you a Danish potato together with some cream made out of lovage, some fresh green peas, and on top serving you satyr caviar.
So from here on out, what I love about Alchemist is many of their dishes have some sort of deeper meaning. 1984 was about data privacy, and you have the visuals on the dome with all the eyes watching.
Bro, this is literally, I'm surprised Succession hasn't made fun of this, okay? This is so on the fucking nose, like, oh, dude, every meal actually is supposed to teach you a lesson. What the fuck? Dude, that's so fucking stupid. What the fuck? Succession itself is liberal shit too. Even making fun of liberal shit is liberal shit. Everything is liberal. Yes, you can't escape liberalism. It is the dominant attitude.
You like Big Brother really is watching you. We'll wind up having dishes that are about human rights, blood donations, caged animals, and then you have dishes like this.
This impression is
What?
called Plastic Fantastic. It is a comment on microplastics, the ones we find in our oceans and in the creatures that live in the ocean.
But that wasn't their only commentary about the ocean. They had this beautifully lit
Bro,
dish.
stop! Bro, this is literally... yo, this is literally so much. This is for liberal billionaires, dude. This is literally for liberal billionaires that go there and go, food. But the real appetite I had was for learning. And my good sir, I've been quite satiated. Very nice. Yeah, dude, I love paying $1,000 to be fucking lectured about microplastics. Oh my God, this restaurant is just for Leonardo DiCaprio. Actually, I would not be shocked if Leonardo DiCaprio basically made that microplastics meal. Yes. Food for thought, anyone? Yeah, very nice. Oh, Jesus Christ. Dude, this is it. This is liberalism to its very core. It doesn't get more hardcore than that.
That's about finding more sustainable sources of seafood that we can eat and enjoy. They also had this cake that was made from the tails of king crab, which are often an underutilized part of the animal. This was a menu that really made you think. If you told me that I would be going into this meal and learning about the world...
Yeah, this is the European version of that dinner where those white women were told their races. Yeah, the Syra Reo meal that white wine moms go to get yelled at about racism and how racist they are. This is the European version, yes. Food that makes you think. Very nice.
I would have thought that you were crazy. But when you're eating a dish that looks and feels like plastic and you're looking at the visuals on the dome of a turtle trapped in some plastic itself, you really start to feel something. But not all the dishes had some...
You really start to feel something, dude. Oh. Oh, I didn't realize it was gonna get worse. I thought how gaudy and gimmicky it is was gonna be enough for me. This makes it so much better that it's also like incredibly liberal. Yeah, you start feeling hungry and you say, I paid $1,000 for this. Where's the rest of the fucking food? Paid $1,000 to eat a grocery bag. That's what makes the rich feel emotions.
some sort of societal meaning. Some of them were just fun.
Rasmus got the inspiration of his favorite food, beautiful lobster roll. You just make a mold from a real lobster claw, fill it up with the meat parts, freeze it down, dip it in vodka, and deep fry it.
After this is when things start to get creepy. Really creepy. I'm an adventurous eater, but even I started to have my limits tested by some of these dishes.
What? What? Bro. You can't skip. You need to explain them. I don't want to skip here. Bro, you spent 4 minutes on the 1984 meal, dude. Come on. What the fuck? I want to know what this shit is. Bro.
There was a moment where I overheard the guy next to me saying that he would not eat this dish no matter what. So I literally had to turn to him and convince him to at least try the dish, you know? Alchemist is not just about the fun and freewheeling dishes, it's also got some dishes that will make you uneasy. But when the waitstaff came and explained what the dishes were made of and what they represented, it sort of eased a lot of that fear.
This is the lungs of the lamb, which is very much a kind of taboo part of the animal, even by awful standards. Here we've made them into almost like a pate or like a cream.
We're eating lungs right now.
Wait, why is it? I didn't know that. Does it taste good? Are you not supposed to eat the lungs of a lamb? Why not? Bro, he's having lung Oreos, yeah. Wait. I don't know why you can't eat if you eat lamb anyway, why not the lung? Who cares? Yeah. Tastes bad, sponge. They're smokers. Oğlum biz burada kuzu ciğeri yiyoruz. Abi akciğer yemiyoruz ama biz karaciğerini yiyoruz abicim. Akciğeri bu galiba. Anlamadın herhalde. Oğlum biz burada kuzu ciğeri yiyoruz lan abi. Dude in the hood is Turkish. So in Turkey, the word for lung and liver is the same word. We just call the liver black lung, and we call the lung just white lung, right? So he's like confused by this, and he's saying like, no, we eat this. I'm like, no, we only eat. They're saying lung, yes, bro. They're not saying fucking ciğer. Kafandan sen onu translate ettin. Lung is considered awful, so it's taboo in some cultures. Yeah, I don't really understand why you would make a distinguish like you aynen öyle yaptım. Evet biliyorum ben de arada yapıyorum böyle sıkıntı var yani. You can't eat it because you can get sick from eating the lungs. Yeah. Yo akciğeri de yiyoruz. Yiyor muyuz abi? Ben hiç akciğer yemedim herhalde. Tahmin etmiyorum. Yeniyor doğuda.
Really delicious actually. That's amazing.
Here you're getting the impression, which is called food for thoughts. You're getting served here the lamb brain. It comes on top of a deep fried brioche bowl, which is filled with foie gras and a little bit more lamb brain.
What are we eating? Lamb brain. This is what we're eating. Lamb brain. Oh my god. So with lungs and brain on the menu, we might as well have had the tongue as well. They didn't.
Okay, but like the tongue is not a weird thing to eat. That's not, I don't know what fucking animal's tongue that is, but it's definitely literally the size of a human tongue, which is deliberate, which makes it really weird. People eat tongue all the time. It's not my favorite. I'll admit it. I'm not a big fan of I'm not a big fan of tongue, but it is very normal to eat.
Didn't explicitly state that it was a replica of the chef's tongue, but I feel like it was implied, so I had to give the chef a French kiss. This section of the dishes was just insane and is what made Alchemist so weird and beautiful and amazing. I mean, the act of literally freeing a caged chicken in order to enjoy your dish, while images of tons of caged birds are all around you, is actually quite powerful.
Look at this chicken leg. We freed it from...
Bro, these are, you know what's surprising about this? Almost all of these are the cheapest cuts. Like every single thing that they've served thus far, with the exception of like foie gras or whatever, or like caviar, these are literally the cheapest cuts of the fucking animal. What is happening? Even the crab. They're serving you the cheapest cuts of an animal. They probably whip it up so well that like it's probably delicious, but it's not $1,000 well, you know what I mean? I guess the unique component of it is that like they have made the cheapest parts of an animal the most delicious thing, but it's so gimmicky. Think about the ethics of food we eat. We also eat this foie gras. Yeah, like modern art, but for food, cheap but over-explained. Yeah, it's just like it's so odd, man. Like, obviously, there's a lot of preparation and maybe even like thousands of years of tradition that go into food that I really appreciate. And I appreciate the journey it takes you on. But this is, like, good food is supposed to be standalone. You know what I mean? When you eat a Wagyu cut, an A5 Wagyu cut, the story it's telling you is inside of your mouth, okay? It doesn't have to hit you in the head. The story it tells you is how buttery it is, how well marbled it is, and how easily it melts in your fucking mouth. The fact that you don't have to put any sauce on it, the fact that you're supposed to just sprinkle a little bit of sea salt on top of it. That is speaking on its own, okay? It stands on its own legs. This, on the other hand, is just like hammering you in the fucking head. Or the bone marrow. That's another good one. Exactly. This, on the other hand, is not just like standing on the legs of the food itself, but then fucking like tells you, is just like bullying you with all of this information. Calm down, man. It's just food. First of all, no such thing. Commentary on the cheap cuts is that a lot of cheap cuts go to waste, even though they have a lot of value items of flavor. But this point is so overplayed, like a modern culinary context, for a cutting-edge restaurant like Alchemist to be doing this in 2023 is fucking hilarious. Also, what I've heard about Alchemist is the food isn't even that good. It's trying way too hard. Yeah, this is the Ben Garrison comic of food. Exactly. They think you're too stupid to get it, so you need a full-room projector of depressed chickens or whatever to make sure you get the idea. Yeah. It is the Ben Garrison cartoon of food. It's like writing, this is Donald Trump. This is Hillary Clinton. Like, I don't need that shit. Just give me the fucking food, dog. Most people are too stupid to get it. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You don't need to get it.
From the cage, now we have to eat it.
But I'm actually coming from business school. I'm an educated
I used to think that fine dining was stuffy, formal. It was a bunch of people in suits and ties and white tablecloths on the table. But what I realized, especially for me, is I just love seeing how far food can go, how it can be creative and innovative and be more than just about taste, how it can really potentially inspire. And seemingly simple dishes like this, light and air.
You get it, but then you said you need the creator to explain the food, Lamont. Bitch, what do you mean? Yeah, of course I need to understand what the fuck's going on. He just like, me sitting there and eating the food is a little bit different than me looking at a 3-second snapshot of what the fuck that was.
Airy bread topped with Iberian ham, or this fluffy.
Also, I don't think you understand something here. What you don't understand is that it should be standalone, okay? It should basically rest on the laurels of its taste and the journey that it takes you on. You don't need a fucking lecture on the side with your food. Unless when they, you know, come and show you the cuts or whatever, and then they tell you the preparation and whatnot.
Bao that almost looks like it came out of Squid Game can be so interesting and unique. Now, desserts were my favorite part of the meal, but there was one part that actually shocked me. I had never seen this in a restaurant before. It's this room that's blindingly pink. It's an interactive dish. I mean, I really don't know how to explain it.
Welcome. I will be guiding you through this experience. Please wipe your hands with the napkin in front of you. Please throw your napkin on the floor. Carefully grip the cup with one hand. Insert your index finger into the
Oh,
cup.
hell
By the way, yes,
no.
we are still eating a fine dining meal.
Run your finger along the inside of the cup.
Oh,
and
hell,
then
dude.
raise your
It's like that fucking video where they like dump chocolate in front of you and you're supposed to eat it with your hands. Oh, hell no. This is the Ron DeSantis one finger bang, dude. What the fuck? Get out of here.
finger. Lick your finger. Now.
Yeah, I don't even know.
It's like it's reminding you of a simpler time when you were a child. What has happened in modernity is that we've lost touch with our childish creativity when all of the wonderful joys of a pudding cup could be better than anything else you can consume. It's pussy. The whole room was pussy.
Know how to describe what just happened. Shall we move on to desserts?
It's the iconic Andy Warhol banana. This is a piece of art that actually does hang in Rasmus's kitchen, but it also depicts the art that Andy Warhol did for another one of Rasmus's inspirations, which is the Velvet Underground. Blood donation is very, very close to a lot of Danes' hearts. Right now, there's a pretty serious national blood shortage, so they're kind of constantly doing.
Dude, I hate this so much. This is the worst restaurant of all time. This shit is so corny, dude. Yo! This is the corniest fucking thing of all time. I've never seen no cornball shit like this.
Call-outs for people to donate blood if they're able. But we also know that lots of our guests don't come from Denmark. It's not super relevant to only talk about the local blood shortage. So we built the QR code at the bottom of the plate. It launches a website that we designed to kind of get guests connected to blood banks that are closest to them.
To finish off the meal, we had this chocolate bar because ending on blood isn't the best. This chocolate bar has facts about child labor in the chocolate trade and how inhumane some chocolate can be. It's in a biodegradable wrapper and the bar itself is in the shape of a grave to really highlight that point. It's powerful stuff. We had a final few bites like these wood ants inside of amber, but the 7 hours really flew by. I honestly can't even believe that we were there for that long. So is it worth it?
Wait, did he eat that? Wait, you're supposed to eat that? Wait, hold on.
Hours really flew by. I honestly can't.
Wait, what the fuck? Amber and ants are fire? Wood ants and amber? Bro, my Jolly Rancher fell. Yeah. When your Jolly Rancher falls on the ground, it falls out of your mouth and you put it back in. Brother, if you're paying $1,000 for a meal like this, with the exception of this YouTuber, your contributions to the child slave labor is probably like the likelihood that you have contributed, not as a consumer, but as like a commodity producer to child labor is like infinitely more likely, okay? Oh, this is awesome. I'm going to watch the menu after this. That's what this made me want to do. This is the most pretentious shit I've ever seen, dude.
Can't even believe that we were there for that long. So is it worth it? Well, the short answer for me is
Value
yes.
doesn't come from
It was
capital.
the
Okay, shut up.
best
You know what
meal
I mean.
I've ever had in my entire life. I see it kind of like getting VIP tickets to your favorite artist's concert, or
This gum has been chewed by an actual member of America's poverty-stricken working class. So powerful. Put the gum in your mouth and think about the labor conditions. This is actually analogous to how the daily tumultuous workplace spits and chews out the working class. Here's a rat. Just a rat. It's still alive. You're supposed to bite its head off. Why? To indicate the daily rat race. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, dude, this is awesome.
getting tickets to the World Cup. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience, but it's something that you should experience once in your life.
Yeah, it ended on a positive note after blood donations. It ended on a positive note by teaching us about child slave labor. Wow. The video is great. This guy, I'm glad he did this. But if this was supposed to be like, oh, wow, I really want to fucking have this food, it made me feel like I never want to go there.